Liam, defeating Devon this afternoon, how do you assess that one?
Yeah, really disappointing. You know, not near the level we're capable of. That's probably the biggest frustration. And it comes down to basics. Just spoke about it in there. It comes down to basics, making sure our basics are a higher level. We can do all the work, all the plans, but when it comes to it, it's kind of stepping up and owning your performance. And that's all of us staff players. We all have to, go away, reflect, and we don't want too many feelings like this after games. That's for sure.
There weren't too many chances for your side today, but one big one in the first half, which maybe could have ensured the game tipped either way. Dara Burns denied by Blackman.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit like Morecambe last week. We had some chances, they had chances. The difference is we took ours early on, and it changes the outlook on games. And it's a terrific chance, which you'd expect him to score. So, but it covers up. I think I'm under no illusions coming into the game before we even kicked off today that we've got a huge amount of work to do. I knew that. But it's one of those now. We've got a bit of a break to be able to get back on the grass and work, because any time we've come up a bit of a press, we've not dealt with it well enough. And it's the hardest thing to play against. So we have to go away, we have to reflect, and we have to work at it and get better.
It was a difficult start to the second half for yourselves, and probably a goal that was coming. They'd racked up a lot of corners and a lot of crosses into the box, and Cumming was kept busy. Yeah,
Jamie was terrific today. He kept it at 1-0. He made some terrific saves. I thought he showed real progress in his game, maturity in terms of not getting emotional, not getting frustrated. So he was the one positive for me that came out of the game today. And then you end up chasing it by making changes. People not quite at it, and unfortunately it wasn't one or two people. It was quite a few of the group. So you end up making changes to try and have an impact and try and influence the game, but just didn't happen.
You mentioned the changes that couldn't really get involved. You couldn't really get the ball up to them, could you?
No, by the last 10 minutes, and that's the bit in terms of. Yeah, we didn't have enough control against their press to be able to go exploit the space down the side. So the first half, a couple of times we did do it with a little bit of quality and showed a bit of composure. We got down the sides and in behind them quite well, but didn't do it nowhere near enough.
You come up against different teams that do press against you already this season. Was this a different kind of press, a more intense press? How did you struggle with it today?
No, we've had the biggest bit is for me going away is. When you play against the press, you've got less time, you've got to think quicker, and that's the bit. If I'm thinking quicker but you're not, then we're in trouble. So I think it's that alignment, it's the structure, it's you can get that all right and then not take care of the ball, then you're in trouble as well. So there's so many facets to it that we'll go away, we'll look at, we'll reflect on, and we have to work hard this week.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Just seemed to struggle every time you got over that halfway line, really.
Yeah, we didn't play the depth well enough for me. I thought we did that really well last week against Morecambe. We didn't get it there well enough. Whether it's off 3 or 4 passes, little up back through movements, or like Waz's ball to Dara in behind first half. We didn't look to exploit the depth enough, which is ultimately where the spaces, the opposition press, they concede space on the back of them, which is why we brought Matty on at half time to try and exploit the space, but we didn't do it well enough.
How important is this next coming week going to be for you? You said plenty of Tuesday, Saturday games, just to get out training again and give the guys a bit of a refresh.
That's huge. It's huge. It's 9 games we've played in a month. It's so relentless that we haven't been able to. We have 12 training. And either players are recovering or it's people that haven't played that are training. So it's really tough. We don't get time as a group to train. So I think what we've got now is a period where you can get some work into them, so that when a team does press us, we understand how we go through it. We have the composure and the quality and the understanding to do it. So, like I said, I said it from day one around not getting too high, too low. It's a group that's evolving and going to grow, but we have to unfortunately suck up some tough experiences along the way, and that was one of those today.
Has it surprised you a little bit today's game?
It probably just disappointed me more than anything, because I know what the group are capable of, and we didn't get anywhere near that. I think that's probably the biggest emotion. I think the feeling right now is that the players understandably are really disappointed, and I thought Skip made a good point around we have to fight to the end. We have to make sure that even if you're 1-0 down, you keep pushing, you keep striving to get back in it, and that was the bit for me. I'm not surprised, just disappointed.
I mean, I suppose you'd be disappointed as well that your best flurry of the game came right at the death.
Yeah, naturally they sit a little bit lower. They're tired. We actually then started to play a little bit, but it's in them challenging moments. Who's going to be the one that steps up? I said it the other night after Cheltenham, and saying it again today is, when it's not going well and you're not having a good game, is be hard to beat. We're never going to play the perfect game. We're going to have games where we don't play well, and the difference is don't concede off a set piece.